Hi, and welcome to the Frog Pond School of Design, where we like to find those little tidbits of architecture interest and delve into them a little bit. Let's face it, when someone mentions the city of Pisa in Italy, you think of the Leaning Tower, don't you? And you might be familiar with the that great Gothic cathedral and the baptistry that are also there. Those buildings have been on that site for around 800 years now. But the Leaning Tower has really only been a tourist attraction for maybe the last 100 years, something like that. Long before that, the real attraction there was probably the least known structure on the site today, and that is the Campo Santo. Now, Campo Santo translates to sacred field, and this name supposedly came about because during the Third Crusade, someone came in with a ship load of soil from Golgotha in Jerusalem, the site of the crucifixion. So the area now has been known as Campo Santo ever since. Now, the Campo Santo is a long, narrow building surrounding a courtyard. This is the courtyard you can see here. And inside the building, all the way around, is a corridor that is just loaded with artwork of all kinds. There are something like 100 Roman-era sarcophagi in there. The place was originally planned to be a burial site for people of local interest. But then when Napoleon showed up and he wanted to purloin artwork from all the churches in the region and take it back to France, the curator of Campo Santo started pulling these things from local churches and putting them in there instead, so he wouldn't find them. And so it really became one of the earliest public museums in all of Europe. But World War II came along, and it was not kind to Campo Santo. While the other buildings there, the church and the baptistry and the tower, suffered very little damage, Campo Santo was firebombed, and which did extensive damage to the building and the contents. But the worst part was that the fire that ensued melted the lead roof, and this molten lead came running down the walls and destroyed large areas of those wonderful frescoes from the Renaissance era that were all over the walls. This damage was so severe that they are still trying to restore those mosaics even today. It's a long, laborious process, but the building is open. You can visit it, and it has survived and been restored to that extent. It's really, I think, just the mosaics that are not the mosaics, the frescoes. Frescoes, that's the word I was looking for. The frescoes are being restored. So a little bit about the Campo Santo, the least known today of the buildings on the site there, but a real jewel, both the building itself, the intent, its purpose, and the contents. So thanks for joining us today at the Frog Pond School of Design. I look forward to seeing you hanging around the pond again real soon.